Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? We're just gonna give it a second. I know it's early as fuck. It's almost like 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I would imagine most of my crew are up on their way to work. Because I fuck with working bitches. Hey, Chakra King. Good morning. Hey, Cruiser. Thank you for being a member. Good morning. How did I know my people was going to be up? Because we on our way to work, bitch. All right. So, hey, Brooklyn Star. Thank you for being a member. Chakra King said, God rising family, positive vibes, conflict resolution. Shout out to you, Chakra King. Now, I don't know if we're going to be doing any conflict resolution. We're going to be talking about a couple bitches, but we ain't trying to resolve none of their conflicts. All these bitches that we finna talk about are older than me. So they should have the mental capacity to resolve their own goddamn conflicts, even though we know they won't. We're going to talk about their ass nonetheless. So thank you for the early 9 people coming in here. Thank y'all 3 for liking the video. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is Tracy and MU. So since the last time I've talked to y'all, a lot has gone down. Now, if y'all don't know, I was on my own little trip while Tracy was on her own little trip. So I kept up as much as I could. I watched most of Tracy and MU's videos. Of course, you can't watch everything. So, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, I would miss doing things, driving, talking to people, checking in the hotel, etc., etc. For the most part, I caught everything. And it was a pretty interesting little entanglement that Tracy and MU got themselves into. It was pretty interesting and it shows a lot. First of all, it shows why Tracy, for so many years, never met up with any of her YouTube people. It shows why, for so many years, she never left that apartment. Every time that bitch leaves that apartment, it's some drama going down. So it's probably best that she does stay locked up in there in self-imposed fucking, what do you call that shit? Self-imposed house arrest. That's probably the best option for her and the public at large. Because we see what happens when she ventures out. Also, another revelation that came from that Tracy misunderstood thing was the fact that people have been saying for like almost 2 years now that acid wash thing that Tracy calls a car, that what Subaru fucking what do they say her car is, like a Subaru Sonata or some shit like that. Hey, background noise. Who else is in here? I think I already spoke to Brooklyn Star. So that acid wash Subaru that Tracy was sitting up in the shop trying to get fixed. She was up in that shop for like 8 hours at a time trying to get that motherfucker fixed. Well, it's officially shit the bricks to the point to where that bitch didn't even feel the need to renew her license. So she's walking around here like a 58-year-old woman with a suspended, well, not suspended, an expired license, to the fact to where she goes to California. She wants to ride to LA to fight Lady Snoop. Misunderstood tells her, no, bitch, I got too much to lose. But here goes some keys. And this bitch can't even take the keys because her license is suspended. The thing that made this bitch get her license renewed was the prospect of fighting Lady Snoop. I'm going to let that sit there. Like, talk about fucking priorities and responsibility. The thing that makes you get your license renewed while you're out of town, which really doesn't count because, I mean, I guess you could print out the new license with the new dates and everything, but that's still a little dangerous, especially when you're driving somebody else's car. And when you're driving somebody else's car, technically you have to be on the insurance for the shit to really take effect, because if Tracy gets in an accident in Misunderstood's car and she's not been added to that insurance, the insurance company will deny the claim. Y'all know that, right? Y'all niggas know that, right? If you let somebody drive your car and they're not added to your insurance policy, they will deny the fucking claim. They love to do that shit. It's in the fine print and it gives them the right to deny the claim. So you've paid insurance all these many years and you're not going to get any bang for your buck because you're not following the fucking rules. So that's going on. And it just blew my mind that the one thing that made this bitch renew her license wasn't the fact that she needed to rent a car for Texas to get around and do this and that. It wasn't the fact that she was going to get a new car. It was the fact that she wanted to travel to LA to fight a emaciated bitch. That was the fucking crowning glory of her wanting to get her license renewed. Like, oh my God. And people fuck with Tracy about not having kids. Listen. God works in mysterious ways, and that is nothing but a blessing that he prevented her from having children. Because could you imagine that bitch raising anything but roaches and rats? And I still feel a little nervous for the roaches and rats if that's their mother. I'm just saying. Hold on, let me read what y'all are saying. Um, Brooklyn Star said, "Baby, when you think ninjas can't get no lower, they have unlocked a new layer of hell." Brooklyn Star, Brooklyn Star, every week with these new storylines and shit, every week it's just more and more ridiculous. Just when you think that they're like, okay, this has got to be a quiet week because there ain't no way these niggas can come up with. Ain't no way these niggas can come up with the shit they come up with. In every fucking week is something lower and worse. It's worse and worse. Brooklyn Star. Background noise said, "Getting ready and listening." All right, thank you for being here, background noise. I appreciate it. Brooklyn Star said, "I think it's more than suspended license. If she don't drive that car, trust tags are bad as well. Fines, fines, fines." Not only that, Brooklyn Star, I think if I had to guess, she doesn't even have that car anymore. She's either junked it or just left it at the shop because she couldn't pay for it or one of those type of things. But yes, I also imagine her having fines and things because she doesn't seem like the type to really take care of that situation in the right way, to call the DMV to get the plates canceled. She's probably got, I don't know if they pay excise tax in Texas, but if they do, she probably owes excise tax. That bitch, I mean, it's all fucked up over there because her focus is YouTube. Y'all know the reason she didn't get her car fixed and the reason she don't have her license renewed is because she's too focused on YouTube, right? Right? And she also put herself on that self-imposed house arrest like Susie put herself on because back when her and Phi Babe were fighting, did or did not Phi Babe tell that bitch, "I got somebody 3 doors or 4 doors down from you watching your motherfucking every move, bitch." And once Phi Babe said that, Tracy's ass did not leave that apartment. Do y'all remember that? Am I the only one that remembers that shit? Hey, Southside Black Butterfly. Hey, Gummy Bama. Good morning. So yes, I agree with you, Brooklyn Star. It is more than a suspended license. It's some other shit going on with that. And the car is trash. And we know she doesn't have the money for a new car. And we know she barely has the motherfucking money for the car insurance. Now, Tracy does not strike me as a bitch with a clean, clear license. Tracy strikes me as a bitch who runs over fucking stop signs, who drives around drunk, who has a lot of points and a lot of run-ins and situations with the police as far as the road is concerned. So her insurance is probably fucking astronomical. Now I'm gonna tell y'all bitches something because I am the age that I am, and because knock on wood, y'all hear it? Knock on wood, I don't have any accidents on my license, etc., etc. My shit is down to like $85 a month. I just paid my insurance for the year. I don't pay monthly. I pay for the year because it's pretty cheap. I pay $855 for the year. Tracy's ass has probably got to pay $855 for the month because she's so irresponsible and she's so fucking scatterbrained and airheaded. And she just does not seem like the type of bitch who you want to jump in the passenger seat of her goddamn car. And she had nerve to talk about misunderstood and her scatterbrain ass driving. Talking about misunderstood driving on the wrong side of the road and misunderstood being in the car forgetting where the fuck she going. That Now that does sound very like misunderstood. And not only does it sound like misunderstood, that sounds like a very much of a misunderstood and Tracy excursion. Like if y'all bitches wanted to give us some fucking entertainment, you should have cut the camera on when that shit was happening, because that would have been fucking hilarious. Watching Thelma and Louise drive around on the wrong side of the road in circles. Looking for the goddamn Walmart or wherever them bitches were going. That shit would have been hilarious. Fucking hilarious. I think it's hilarious when Tracy gets her dumb ass over there and tries to like put in a password or like open up something on StreamYard, and that shit takes her half an hour. She's like, oh my god, guys, I don't know. I'm just lost. I don't understand. That shit's hilarious to me when that bitch gets over there fucking with electronics and technology, knowing that technology whoops her ass on a constant basis. Like how the camera be whooping Reed the Heart of Philadelphia's ass on a constant basis. Technology beats Tracy down like the ratchet rabbit dog she is every chance technology gets. It's technology for the win when it comes to Tracy. It's Tracy 0, technology 10, bitch. Technology never loses when it comes to that, bitch. She's always on the shit end of the stick. Gummy said Cali ain't no Alabama. It's expensive. And shout out to Cali. Shout out to Cali, because them Cali girls have been carrying all week. It's Cali for the win this week. Y'all know every week in my mind, I give it to a different like region, right? For a long, long time, the East Coast was reigning supreme, mostly the Northeastern Corridor area, the DMV, Baltimore, New Jersey, Maryland, all up in there. For a long time, them bitches was reigning supreme. But it seems that Cali is coming in real, real strong. West Coast is coming in real, real strong this week with the bullshit. Cruiser said, "Old Cali foreign, IA, feed the children." Yes, they are, Cruiser. Southside Black Butterfly said, "Head just full of air, full of head full of air and belly full of calm." But that's what them bitches got going on over there. Southside said Texas got that cheap liability for $50 a month, just enough to drive the car. See, I would imagine so, Southside, but if you have like points and accidents and tickets and stuff, I think maybe that would raise that up a little bit. And I just do not see Tracy as a bitch of having a clean driving record. Even though we've not heard any specific accidents dealing with that bitch, I believe they are. I mean, just look at her. She does not look like the astute driver, a person who would make you comfortable with driving them even to the quick stop. Okay. And when we did see pictures of her, remember those old pictures of her when she was sitting in the car? Her motherfucking car was old, bitch. It had one of those automatic seat belts. Y'all remember in the 90s when those cars had automatic seatbelts, so when you close the door, the little automatic seatbelt will automatically like go up over your shoulder, like on a little motorized track. That's what that bitch was sitting in. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. Excuse me, guys. It is early and I'm hungry, so I have the hiccups. Mm. I don't know why I get the hiccups. I'm too old for this shit. Southside Black. Okay, I read that one. Wait a minute. Southside Black Butterfly said there is no way to live in Texas without a whip. SMH is torture. I lived in Houston for 12 years. Not only that, like it was very telling when Tracy kept talking, and I was gonna get an Uber, and I was gonna get an Uber. I'm like, bitch, a Uber. A Uber from where you are to LA is gonna cost like $400 or $500. That is the cost of a rental car for the whole time you are there. Why are you so concerned with getting an Uber when you're grown? You can get a rental car, but she couldn't get the rental car because her license is fucked up. See how these bitches telling themselves with the stupid shit they come on here and say? And second of all, if I was going to visit a friend for 7 days, I would have a rental car. Okay? For example, I'm going to visit a friend in the coming months, and we're gonna do 3 days. 3 days is enough. Like, come on. But if I was going to visit her for 7 days, I would have my own rental car. Because how dare me expect her to do 7 days of driving me here and there and everywhere and taking off time and work and stuff like that. And not only that, like Tracy and Misunderstood, people keep saying that it was some type of girls trip. No, it wasn't. It was a girls trip for Tracy. Misunderstood was not on vacation. Let me repeat myself. Misunderstood was not on vacation. Misunderstood was hosting somebody on their vacation. But her ass was not on vacation. Misunderstood was at home. Tracy was on vacation. Hold on, guys. I got some on my eye. Okay. Tracy was on motherfucking vacation. And I feel like if they wanted it to be a real girls trip, they would have met somewhere outside of Misunderstood's humble abode and outside of Tracy's humble abode. And they would have met with just those two without the kids. For example, when I go visit my homegirl in a couple of months, I know that I am the one on vacation. She is not. She's at home hosting someone on vacation. So I'm going to take that into consideration. Another thing with Tracy and Misunderstood, it just seems like both of them are two airbrained bitches. And when you're dealing with two airbrained bitches, they don't really have the social cues that normal people have. And it's hard for them to take things into consideration. And they're both really selfish on top of that. So when you have that combination, it's just a fucking recipe for disaster, in my opinion. You got selfish bitches who are unaware of surroundings and social cues and who have fake love for each other. So, I mean, anybody with two good eyes who could see in 2020 watching that shit knew it was going to go bad. You knew it was going to go bad. Southside Black Butterfly says, meanwhile, cars talk to you these days. You know what, Southside Black Butterfly? I do not like that. We are looking at purchasing a newer vehicle in the coming months, and I am very, very sketchy about purchasing a new vehicle. First of all, I don't want any vehicle with OnStar. I don't want that shit. I do not want that shit. If you have OnStar on your car, they have the ability to turn your car off. For example, let's say that I do something and I'm running from the police. The police can call OnStar and have them stop my fucking engine mid run. I don't like that. Not saying that I ever am going to run from the police, but if I decide to, it's my fucking American right to run. And it's their job to fucking catch me. And I don't feel like OnStar, a company that I pay, has the right to be helping out the goddamn ops. So I don't like that shit. So I'm looking for a car with no bells and whistles as far as all that digital technical I don't want nobody having access to my engine, my transmission, none of that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. So that's that's me on a little tangent. But yeah, living anywhere in the South, anywhere below the Mason-Dixon line, if you don't have a car and you're a bum bitch and you're basically living off of the charity of others who are willing to tote your ass to the quick stop or tote your ass to the grocery store or whatever, whatever. Like you can kind of get away with it if you're an elderly person because people are more apt to help out the elderly. But Tracy, Mm-mm. And that also gives us a little insight on why that bitch never leaves the house. It's because she can, but it's a little expensive. I mean, Uber is not cheap. Lyft is not cheap. Lyft is a little cheaper, but it ain't cheap. That's why the bitch doesn't cook because she has no way to go grocery shopping. Not even that. Like Her and fire together are dangerous, so I would prefer her not to cook either. And also, if you've been listening to this bitch recently talking about how she needs to get her bikini body together, like, oh, disgusting, first of all. Second of all, bitch, it'll never happen because you are over the age to where your body is going to respond to anything other than like serious working out, and we know that you're too lazy for that. And third of all, you're still eating fast food, processed meats. You're still on the Subway diet. Like I heard that bitch twice last month talking about, and I'm on a diet, So I had a tuna sub from Subway, I said, bitch, you ain't got enough of Subway yet. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And we know which Subway it is. Like, if you ever want to get Tracy back and you live in that area, just have your teen work at that Subway and constantly fucking like sabotage her sub. Like that's how you get that bitch back. You sabotage her sub. And like I said, we know exactly what Subway it is because it was the one she pulled up to fight Honey. Like, first of all, that's your favorite restaurant in the immediate vicinity of you. Why are you bringing drama to your favorite restaurant, bitch? If Honey would have showed up and if they would have fought at the Subway, could you imagine what would have happened if Tracy would have got banned from the Subway? That bitch probably would have wilted away and died of starvation if they would have banned her from that Subway. All the smoke said, hey, all the smoke, and thank you for being a member. All the smoke said, cars shutting off at red lights to save gas takes some getting used to. I don't like that shit, all the smoke. I usually run into a lot of them cars while we're on the road driving and stuff, and I don't like that shit. It just seems like a lot of nonsense. It seems like your starter and your spark plugs are gonna suffer. And I mean, literally, how long is a fucking stoplight to where the car believes it needs to shut itself off? Like, how long is a goddamn stoplight? Seriously, it's not that serious. And I don't like that shit. And in the beginning, those cars were really silent, but now you can hear them motherfuckers starting up like a regular car, which tells me that that starter is about to go. Those spark plugs are about to go. So those people are about to spend a lot of unnecessary money for some newfangled shit where the car company's trying to fix some shit that's not broke. Like YouTube. YouTube always trying to fix some shit that ain't broke and taking away the shit that works perfectly. I fucking hate technology when it comes to that shit. I do. I really do. Cruiser said, my car has Alexa and cooling seats and kinetic seats. I'm loving it, girl. I don't want none of that Alexa shit. I like the cooling seats and the kinetic seats, but I'm not trying to do that Alexa shit. I don't even like the Alexa shit on my phone. Well, I don't have Alexa. I'm an Android girl, so you know it's me and Miss Google over here. But even Miss Google, that bitch be doing too much listening for my motherfucking pleasure. Even though I have the bitch turned off, that bitch still be listening. The bitch still be listening. And I have proof that bitch be listening. But whatever. Cruiser said, Alexa, wait a minute. Cruiser said, Alexa feature like correction. Oh, yeah, okay. All the smoke said mayonnaise and bread. Yeah, that's a diet. According to this bitch, it's a diet. And she's stupid, so she thinks she on the Jared diet. She's stupid as a motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Brooklyn Star said, my car does that shut off shit. I always turn that option off. I didn't know you could turn that option off, Brooklyn Star. I wasn't aware that you could turn that off. She said, I love the heated and cool seats for real, though. I do like a nasty piece of heated seat. I don't really care for a cold seat because I don't need my ass to be cold. Even in the summertime, I can just turn the air conditioner on and cool my face down. I don't need my ass to be cold. But I like the heated seats because my ass be cold anyway. All right, so the Tracy and misunderstood thing, we're still talking about that shit. It was It was a whole debacle, but it could have been worse than it was. And if you were watching, you could really see that Tracy was doing her best to like just try to keep it cool and to like maintain that friendship with Misunderstood. Now, in the beginning, I figured that it was because Tracy was there and she was kind of like out there. She didn't really have all the money for Ubers to be toting her own ass around. So she had to kind of keep it cool because Misunderstood was her lifeline to food and the airport. So I factored that in. I also factored in the possibility that Tracy could be looking into the future and just trying to keep it cute with Misunderstood because this cruise they have is not until fucking September, and September is a long time away. Like September is not next month. That shit is a long. We going through the whole fucking summer and then like half of the fall before we get to September. So it's a long time away. So looking at that, and I don't know how many people Tracy has signed up for her little boat trip, but I would imagine it's probably about 7 or 8 people that sign up for Tracy's little boat trip. So she's got to look at that situation as well. You can't really let the friendship falter because y'all got this little boat trip coming up. But the boat trip is probably going to be a bust because Jay Wilson was able to snake his ass up in there. And now him and Tracy then slick fake made up. So now, I guess with her and her little boat trip, she will not be a secret agent man trying to get snapshots of his ankles and his asshole and all that shit and trying to stick her booty on Mark's front part. I guess all that's off now since they done made up. I'm saying made up with the quotation fingers in the air, bitch. Okay. I do want to say that that was genius level fucking hacketry on Jay Wilson's part, though. Jay Wilson can always get that bitch right where he needs her. Jay Wilson, you know, he is an animal owner. And with him taking Lyric to these little doggy lessons, and learning how to train Lyric, I feel like he's used some of those training methods on Tracy because a dog is a dog is a dog. So he learned how to train Lyric, and he's using some of that shit to train this other fucking mutt cross town as well. And it's working, as you can see. It's working. Southside Butterfly said, I don't like the driver assist braking and preventing me from changing lanes as I desire. I turn all that. No, I don't like none of that shit. It just makes me fucking super nervous even thinking that some computer could take over my steering wheel. I don't like that shit. Brooklyn Star said, I'm not going to Cali to stay in nothing less than a 4 or 5 stars. I'm not hiking. And the fact that you don't realize Cali beaches were cold at this time. And Tracy keeps saying, and I lived here for 7 years. Well, bitch, what the fuck was you doing for 7 years? Because you're acting like a real fucking tourist. Now, I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for like 7, 8, 9 years. And we're going to Charleston for a birthday coming up in July. And I know the deal in Charleston, bitch, because I lived there. Like Tracy acts like she's never been to California before, but want to stand there with straight face and tell us that she lived there for 7 years. Well, first of all, that's a dilly bitch. That's a dilly stupid bitch. So it really doesn't surprise me that she's acting like a tourist in a place that she claims to have lived at. I mean, that's not surprising, but ugh, Miss Thing. Ugh. And the whole the situation with her being in that bathing suit all day. Like, okay, so I saw her video earlier in the morning, and by the time the evening came, I was like, I know this bitch is still not in that bathing suit. Talk about, and she said she had been to the pool earlier in that day, so she had been in the water in that bathing suit, and then she walked around with it on all day. If you know anything about vaginas, you cannot do that if you have a vagina. You cannot walk around with a wet chlorine pool crotch all day. It's no wonder Rob told her shit smelled like fucking mustard. Of course, it smells like mustard. She's sitting in chlorinated pool water all day. Ew. And you know her hygiene is a little off. Ew. And and she doesn't look like she can shave properly, so that motherfucking cootie is probably all crunch barred out. That motherfucker looks like a crunch bar express down there. Ew. Bacteria and smells and mustard and that vinegar smell from all that constant irrigational douching her and her ilk like to do. Ew, 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 ew. And not only that, it was a situation to where people were saying that I heard that people were saying that it was a possibility that Tracy was accusing Don Cato of either looking at her titties or touching her on the titty. Like, I have screenshots of Tracy in that bathing suit with her titties falling out, and you can see her whole areola and everything. I got the screenshots, bitch. I was watching live. Okay? So if we got to see Areola after her being on camera for a half an hour and she wore that bathing suit all day around Don Cato saw Areola, Don Cato saw nipple, Don Cato saw everything. Because ain't no way that we could see that you in that bathing suit for half an hour and you're falling out of it. And you've been around this man and his girlfriend all day in this same bathing suit and you weren't falling out of it all day. I mean, she was falling out of it so bad that she didn't even know she was falling out of it. And that's a little concerning to me as well. Like, bitch, do you not have feeling in your nipples? You can't feel that? Like, I got so much feeling in my nipples, bitch. If I'm falling out, oh, I can feel it. And I've never fallen out of anything. I've never even like had a little piece of areola fall out of anything. Even when I wear something like really low cut. But then again, I was raised right. I was taught the proper undergarments. And I also have a spray. If you know anything about me, you know I fucking love gymnastics. Now, bitch, I can't do a cartwheel to save my own life, but I love gymnastics. And I watch those girls religiously. And I, like 17 years ago, I was watching gymnastics and I saw them spraying something on their butt and like sticking their gymnastic unitard down on themselves so it doesn't ride up. There's this spray that you can buy from sporting goods store and it stops your shit from riding up. So for 17 years, I've been using the gymnastic spray on my bathing suit. So when I go down a water slide or when I come out of the ocean, I'm not constantly having to adjust because my shit doesn't ride up. Y'all know I got some big old boobs over here. If I don't spray that spray and stick my bathing suit to me, it's a constant adjustment to the point to where I'm not even comfortable anymore because I'm worrying about this falling out or that falling out. What woman with body parts that like to move and shake and jiggle and kind of like have a mind of their own and is falling out does not take precautions to stop that from happening? So if you bitches didn't know, you can go into Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get this spray. I forget what the name of it is, but just ask them. They'll have it. You spray it on yourself. It's waterproof as well because you know those gymnastics girls, they sweat. You won't ever have to pull your bathing suit out of your ass or adjust your titties in your bathing suit ever again. Brooklyn Star says hairspray works as well. Yeah, it may work, but it's not waterproof. This shit is waterproof. Brooklyn Star said, I doubt he touched her. Remember, he had to smell her as well. Hey, Shauna, thank you for being a member, boo. And thank you for stopping in. Shauna says, what you doing so dang early, sis? You got mess on this Monday morning. Look, Shauna, I've been trying to come live since Friday, bitch. But I wasn't really feeling very social. And at the times of day when I was feeling social and like running my mouth, it was already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was pretty much already zooted and tooted for the day. And I don't really like to come on here live when I'm stoned like that because I could say some shit that will really get me cussed the fuck out. So it's just easier for me to come early in the morning when I'm fresh, so fresh and so clean. So I've been trying for like 4 days, Shauna, but today is the day. Well, I'm glad you're here as well. Hey, Lenora's Cuff, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so if you like what you hear. Good morning. I asked her how it works if Tracy is drinking alcohol and she's sober. She said, oh, I'm not bothered. Yeah, because you're not sober. You know what, Lenora's Cuff? I also was telling my family members who I forced to listen to this shit on the way down the road. And I was telling my bitches in the background. I was like, Tracy is a very inconsiderate friend because she wants to go clubbing, she wants to go to the casino, she wants to do all these things that kind of surround drinking, taking not ever taking into consideration that her friend is on a path of sobriety. When you are sober, you cannot be around any of that shit. That shit did not even cross Tracy's mind that maybe I shouldn't talk about turning up with this girl because she's not in the space to be turning up with anybody or anything. That also goes to show that this is a fake fucking friendship. Once again, when you're sober, your friends have to kind of get on board with that shit. And Tracy was not on board with that shit. Tracy was mad because she wanted to turn up with her girlfriend, where your girlfriend is a fucking drug addict and she can't turn up with you, bitch. And Tracy didn't even realize that shit the whole fucking time. But I'm not surprised, and neither are y'all, because we know that's one stupid fucking dog. And misunderstood, even though I've given her the benefit of the doubt because I do like the way she communicates, even though she is a little scatterbrained, even though her thoughts can get away from her sometimes, she does try really hard to communicate properly with people. But she never communicated that with Tracy. So I put some blame on her as well for not telling Tracy, like, look, I understand that you want to go party. I understand you want to go to the casino, but I can't be around that because it's drinking and it's cigarette smoking and then there people are doing things that may trigger me. Misunderstood never just said it very plainly and broke it down to Tracy like that. So communication on all sides was fucked up. Roxy said because they're not friends, SMH. Exactly, Roxy, they're not friends. Tracy only went down there to fuck that girl. And that girl only allowed Tracy to come down there for her clicks and her views. So Tracy went down there for pussy. Misunderstood allowed her to come there for clicks and views. That's what it looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. And I'm surprised they didn't fuck. I think that's another reason why Tracy was trying to keep it real cute because she still was trying to get some of that pussy. She still wanted some of that drug addict pussy. Cruiser said that's why MU should not go on a cruise. Cruiser, you going, ain't you, Cruiser? Cruiser. I've been going back and forth on if I want to go or not. I don't want to go because I don't give a fuck about Jay Wilson. But I do want to go because, like, some of my bitches are like, I want to meet some of the people who are going. But Jay Wilson himself, ugh, fuck. I don't even want to see him in real life because I already have kind of a low opinion of him. And I just feel like being around him in real life is going to lower that opinion even more. And it's just not worth it. Like I'll keep my low opinion of him where it is. But I would love to like hang out with Cruiser and some of the other ladies that are going. Just if nothing else, just to sit around and talk shit about these raggedy bitches. I think that would be fun. I definitely reveal myself to you if I went gummy. Aw. Well, Gummy, that's because you know I ain't gonna tell nobody. I could keep a motherfucking secret. Jay Wilson is going to make the entire shit a snooze cruise. You know what, Jay Wilson, he can try, but I feel like the people who are gonna turn up regardless of Jay Wilson. And if I was going on the cruise, as far as Jay Wilson is concerned, I will only be going for one reason, and that would be because I want to see them Burke 12s in real life, bitch. I want to see the Burke 10s, the Burke 12s in real life, and I want to see that ankle meat hanging off the back in real life, bitch. After that, I'm all set, honestly. And drugs. There's drugs on cruise ships flowing. Oh, is there drugs on cruise ships? Cruiser. That's another reason I'm not going cruises because I smoke my cigarettes and I'm not really into like walking halfway across the boat to get to the smoking section to smoke. I'm not really into that shit. And I smoke my reefer and I'm not trying to be on no boat for however many days with these fucking strangers and I can't have my reefer with me. Nope. And I know I can't bring this shit with me because it's international waters and they don't play them games and they'll lock a nigga up real quick. No, nope. So, Cruiser MU in danger of relapsing and will just blame Tracy. And you know what? I was real scared for MU at one point because, like, the shit that was going on over there and her ass looking all disheveled and flustered and shit. I was like, Tracy gonna cause this girl to fucking relapse. I definitely said it to myself. I was like, Tracy gonna cause this bitch to relapse. And that's also a cautionary tale for everybody else in the sector. Like, if you want to meet up with Tracy, you might want to think twice. Because this bitch is a walking cautionary tale. She brings drama and strife and jail sentences and relapsation into everything that she does or anyone that she meets. She's never met with anybody and it didn't come with some bullshit. When she met with Jay Wilson over his house and he showed her how to hit the live button, that came with some bullshit. When she met with Sean Bradley and Honey, that ended up with some y'all know Honey was there. What, can I have some more rice? Yeah, When she met with Sean Bradley and Honey, that ended up in some bullshit. She met with Rob, that nigga still in the clink, and they won't let him out. So it's always some bullshit when this bitch meets up with people. So I will also implore the people who are going on her cruise to be real careful. Now, I don't know who the fuck is going on Tracy. Have anybody confessed and said, yes, I've signed up. Yes, I'm going on Dog's cruise? Because I ain't heard nobody say they was going. Have y'all seen anybody? Do y'all know any names that said that they were going on this cruise with Tracy and MU? Cause I ain't heard a motherfucking soul say they was going. I'm just saying. Shauna said, right, I plant my fat ass right there in the smoking section next to the good coffee and talking. And that's the thing, Shauna. Like, I don't want to spend my whole vacation like that. Like, Paulette didn't say she was going. No, Paulette didn't say she was going. Y'all know Paulette ain't coming from behind that screen. Paulette ass probably got 2 inches of hair and is shaped like Tracy's world. And got a mouth tooted like Melissa Econ. Oh, fucked up looking bitch. You can hear the fucked upness that Paulette probably looks in her voice. That bitch don't look like nothing walking, looking beautiful. And hell no, she ain't go on a cruise with cruise wearing bathing suits and shit. Bitch, hell no, Paulette ain't going. And that means she would have to like rip her ass off the couch and away from YouTube long enough to take a vacation. Hell no, that bitch ain't going. And these cruises don't have no internet. Oh Lord, them bitches ain't gonna be able to survive with no internet. That's another reason I'm not going, bitch, because they ain't got no internet. What the fuck I'm going for? You bitches can't get the internet right, and you want to charge me how much? Oh, nope. I'm gonna need a strong connection for the money they trying to charge a nigga for the package. Nope. Nope. And not only that, like, if I was paying money for this shit, I definitely would need my internet because I'm blogging the whole motherfucking time because I'm writing this shit off on my taxes. Hello, somebody. We're going to blog this motherfucker because I'm writing this shit off on my taxes as a business expense. All the Smoke said, I need the wristband, find me parked next to the bar. And that's the thing, All the Smoke, I don't drink like that. They do have internet, Gummy Bama. It just ain't strong internet. It real spotty and real suspect, I hear. It's real spotty and real suspect. Okay, so on the way up through New Jersey, no, Delaware, we passed over the bridge and they had a Carnival ship docked. So I was able to get kind of like a up close and personal look at how big that ship is. It's fucking huge, first of all. It's probably as big as, I would say, in New York City blocks, I would say it's probably about 4 blocks long, maybe 5. So 4 or 5 New York City blocks, and it's as tall as about maybe 15 or 20-story building. So if you can imagine 4 blocks of a building 15 to 20 stories high, that's about as big as a ship is. So it's a really big ship. And it's a possibility if these groups are separated on the ship, they may not even really run into each other unless it's like chow time and everybody's kind of trying to eat around the same time at the same buffet. But I mean, like Jay Wilson, he said it previously, but and it's right, it's true. I've seen the ship recently. It's a really big ship. Cruiser said I was able to get enough to talk to my children in the DM. Get enough to talk to my children in the DM. Okay, okay. You was able to. Cruiser said she was able to get enough little internet juice to DM with her kids, and that was about it. But no YouTube, no Facebook. YouTube absolutely cannot. You can get Instagram. Okay, so y'all hear that? So them niggas is gonna be cut off from the internet. That's another thing that makes me very nervous. I don't like being away from the internet for too long. It feels like I'm in the wilderness. And bitch, if I want to be in the wilderness, I'll just go to the motherfucking wilderness. Shauna said when I saw that when I went to Virginia Beach, it was huge. But I kept thinking to myself, is people being on top of each other? No, thank you. Mm. All the smoke said leaving out of Baltimore, you can't enjoy the outside of the ship till it gets to Florida. It's too cold. Oh shit. Yeah, I think they're leaving from Florida though. Gummy said, Miss Cruiser, you changed the spelling of your name. I like it. Yes, it's not Miss Cruiser no more. It's just Cruiser now. Gummy said, "Yeah, no, I need full service. Me too, Gummy. Me too. Me too. I need full service, especially if I'm paying good money. And these people are paying good money. You know what I'm saying? And it makes no sense, honestly, because there is such thing as a satellite internet. I think HughesNet used to do satellite internet. So if these ships wanted to give you a good internet package, they could. It's totally possible. They're just cheapening the fuck out while continuing to take your good dollar. And I don't appreciate that shit. All right, so was there anything else I want to discuss about this Tracy and misunderstood thing? I don't think so. I mean, everything to say about the situation has kind of already been said. Shauna said, I actually booked a drag cruise back in the day with Al and Chuck Travel, and they went broke. I thought I was going to lose my money, but I eventually got it back. Oh, no, Shauna. So you didn't get to go? That seems like it would have been real fun if they could have got that shit together. I'm glad you got your money back, though. Yeah, Shauna said after that I took it as a sign to keep my ass home. That sucks you didn't get to go because that seems like it would have been real fun, Shauna. Oh my gosh. Cruiser said they stayed in the same room overnight and ironing board on the wall. Now that same room overnight shit was very disturbing to me because if you know anything about fast food and people who kind of live on a diet of fast food, those people are apt and are known to fart all through their fucking sleep. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. People who live on fast food, they fart all through their sleep. And Tracy already in her waking hours, her pussy smells like fucking Dijon. So could you imagine the green smoke wafting off of that bitch in her sleep? And not only that, Don Cato's a whole man, and men, especially black men of a certain age, are known for like obnoxious ass snoring. Like, who the fuck, bitch? That's another indicator of Tracy going on vacation broke. Because who the fuck would stay there? Now, we do know that Tracy said that her hotel was 5 minutes from Misunderstood's house, but that resort was 45 minutes from her hotel. So she was 45 minutes from her hotel that night with no license and no rental car and no money to call a lift to get her ass back to her own fucking hotel. Once again, no money for no Lyft or no Uber to get her ass back to her own fucking hotel. That's why she was stuck on the couch. When you put yourself at the leisure of others, bitch, you are stuck at the leisure of others when you don't have the fucking money to take care of yourself. Hold on, y'all. And not only that, that was the same day she had that fucking bathing suit on. So she slept in a bathing suit. She probably woke up with her tits going east and west out of that top, sleeping on a couch in a sheet. And second of all, anybody in their right fucking mind knows that that is the last place you sleep in a hotel room is on the motherfucking couch. Because what is the couch for? For licking and lapping and sucking and re-fucking and re-licking and re-lapping. Shout out to Stomp Down. I don't even sit on the couch in a hotel without putting the extra sheet down first. This bitch had her face all up in that pillow and the motherfucking seat. Oh my God, could you imagine all the nut stains that that bitch breathed in and slept on that night? And y'all know, like debaucherous people, when they go to hotels for fucking purposes, bitch, they be skeeting everywhere. And she didn't have her toiletry bag, so she probably walked around with that hotel couch skeet on her skin for another 6 hours before she decided to wash it off and wash it off good this time. Shout out to Robert Rackley. Oh, Miss Thing. And this is a 50s, 55, 60-year-old woman. Fucking future, fucking mother of the country, future of the fucking country. Oh my God. Cruiser said no soap, no fresh clothing. I'm sure she didn't even take that little hotel bar of soap and wash it up against her motherfucking underarms and between her legs, Cruiser. We know she didn't. We know she didn't. That bitch act like she allergic to water. All her allergies to water, Kwani inherited the opposite with her fucking water OCD. That bitch be running water over there and don't even be washing no dishes. That bitch just be running water to run water with her OCD motherfucking ass. That shit's crazy. Gummy said, I missed it, but why she didn't rent a car? Gummy, she didn't rent a car because her license is fucking suspended, Gummy. Her license is suspended. You know that bitch priorities is all fucked up. Who goes on vacation, 2 vacations, but fails to renew their goddamn license? Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. What did background say? Hold on, let me scroll up. Background said Tracy and Duke Farrell slept online. Tracy was snoring like an adult male. Farrell was silent. Very telling. And that shit happened yesterday, bitch. I saw Tracy ass fucking snoring like a baby buffalo bull. I said, oh, Jesus. And when I heard that shit, I was like, you know what? I'm so glad Carlos got the fuck away from that shit. Oh my. Not only is it bad enough waking up next to something that looks and smells like Tracy, because you know that bitch wear diapers and she be shitting on herself and sitting in the shit for hours without changing her diaper, right? Not only that's going on, this bitch snore like a full grown fucking gorilla in the mist. Shit was crazy. So yeah, and Duke Farrell, he fell asleep as well online, but he fell asleep because he bored himself to fucking death. So also, if y'all didn't hear, Duke Farrell and Susie that fell out. It was some boring, stupid shit. I really didn't give a fuck, because who the fuck is this nigga? This nigga literally gets 3 people in his life, which is very telling. And I'm guessing he gets 3 people in his life because he's very disrespectful to women. Now, I don't like the motherfucker because I don't like his accent. His accent is so Texas. It's like, it's white people Texas. Like, like honky tonk ass. Like fucking, what was it? Green Acres fucking Texas accent. I don't like that shit. And also, he got this tattoo on his head that looked like the shit mark of Buddha. That's very. And then on the third, he's real dusty looking. He looked like he need just like a fresh shave or a fresh cut and some soap and some water and some jerkins on his face. He just real dusty looking. Now, I will say one of my bitches was saying that she saw Duke Pharaoh and Susie making a cute little dust ball ass couple, and I agree. I agree. I believe he's just dusty enough for her ass, and they would make a cute little dust ball ass couple. And I believe that he's just kind of crazy enough to keep that bitch in check and in line, but they live in separate areas, and once again, I don't like his accent, but for her, yeah, he's perfect for her. I love him for her. So hopefully they can get that shit back together and they can become Mr. and Mrs. YouTube Beef Sector Dust Ball Couple of the Year and really give us something to talk about. But that's just a little observation. Shauna said, who doesn't VS fall out with? That list is short. VS falls out with everybody because VS has fucking what do you call that shit? She has what is the word I'm looking for? Trust issues. VS has trust issues from her childhood. So if you don't defend her and defend her the way that she wants you to defend her, then she's going to call it out because she has trust issues and she was not defended as a child by her mother or her father. So, that whole situation. Shauna, that shit do look like the skid mark of Buddha right in the center of his fucking forehead. I'm like, ew, nigga, why would you do that, first of all? Second of all, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Third of all, you must have knew that you was never going to have any real career prospects because any nigga that gets a tattoo on his face knows that it's over with as far as any type of career. Where the fuck that nigga work at? Nowhere, because he got a shit mark of Buddha in the middle of his goddamn forehead. And ain't no career place, ain't nowhere that's paying that bitch more than $10 an hour finna hire his motherfucking ass. So that's what that shit tells me. But once again, I love that for Susan. I love that for her. It's perfect for her. Bitch, go get your man. Before somebody else do. Brooklyn, all the smokes to that Texas English is special. You know what? It must be. There's a large Texas it's a lot of people from Texas in that Mo3 shit. I guess I don't know if Mo3 was from Texas. I ain't never heard none of them niggas say if did Mo3's killer ever get caught, because they never talk about the shit over there. First of all, did y'all catch the killer? Second of all, we don't know what even happened to that nigga. He was not big across the country. He did not make it over here to the East Coast before they kill his ass. So I would implore y'all to revisit that shit and enlighten the rest of us on Mo3. Because first of all, bitch, I'm not gonna research it. Because who the fuck is Mo3? So if y'all talk about it, maybe we'll give a fuck about it. But y'all ain't talking about it. Y'all don't even mention Mo3 unless to say the Mo3 sector. So you should probably change your name to something else because y'all look real stupid. Especially if you ain't caught the killer. Did they catch the killer? Does anybody know that these motherfuckers catch the killer? Did they catch the killer? I don't think so. So y'all bitches need to refocus on catching the killer. Mo3 is from Dallas, like Duke. Okay, whatever. Like I said, I don't know that nigga. I heard another rapper was killed and his name was Mo3, and that's the extent. I never heard the nigga's voice, never heard the nigga's music. We don't play that shit over on this side. So it's up to y'all to enlighten us and the rest of the country about that nigga because you're doing an awful job at it. Mo3 sector, you guys are doing an awful fucking job at being Mo3 sector, if that's what you want to call it. Change your fucking name. Change your fucking name. Change your fucking name. I'm just saying. Background said it's speculations, but nobody was officially arrested. Oh, okay. So that just shows me that every single one of them niggas over there is ineffective. Ineffective. Because, bitch, if it was the beef sector, we would have caught the killer by now. Oh, yes. Beef sector, we catch killers over here. Ex Jermaine Caldwell. That was so bad. Oh, but I had to say it, bitch. It had to be said. It had to be said. Well, we catch killers over here, bitch. We alert the FBI around here, motherfucker. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's talk about this William Carruthers and Jay Wilson thing. Brooklyn Star, you screaming, bitch? Let's talk about this William Carruthers and Jay Wilson thing. Hold on, y'all. Let me blow my little nose, bitch, because y'all know me and this nose be going through it. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So, if y'all hadn't heard, it's this little thing going on with Mr. William Carruthers and Jay Wilson. Now, first of all, QB was live yesterday, and QB, his chat ain't shit. Because QB talked about William Carruthers, but he kept calling him William McCruthers, and nobody corrected him. I was like, so y'all bitches just gonna sit here and let this man keep calling him William McCruthers and ain't nobody gonna say nothing? Y'all bitches ain't shit. And that tells me a lot about that tells me a lot about that support over on that side. Like, if y'all hear me over here saying something wrong or misspeaking a word or whatever, I expect y'all to correct me. Don't let me run off in the left field with some bullshit. And y'all just sit around in your house and giggle to yourself at me about it. Tap me on my motherfucking shoulder and be like, hey, bitch, you pronouncing that wrong. Or whatever the case may be. So that happened. But whatever, that's not what we hear. So William and Passer, according to Jay Wilson, he did like a 23andMe DNA test, which is concerning in itself. But with that test, it came back and he found like a whole bunch of relatives and shit that he know of. And Jay Wilson was saying how his family is real complicated as far as the genetics of the whole situation. So Jay Wilson basically said that he believes that him and Mr. Carruthers are related. And Mr. Carruthers came out here and said, nigga, I ain't related to you. I don't know you, nigga. And not only that, Mr. Carruthers came out here and said that he believes that Jay Wilson and his rapid weight loss is due to some type of prostate cancer. Now, Jay Wilson said that he ain't got no prostate cancer. Jay Wilson said he had his prostate checked 6 months ago, and all they found was a polyp. And they removed the polyp, and he is good to go. I said, bitch, a polyp? Bitch, you should have seen the way my face turned up when that nigga said he had a polyp up in his head. I said, bitch, a polyp? Ugh! What the I'm not laughing because it's not funny. It is not funny, but bitch, just the word polyp and prostate together. Ooh. Ooh. The immaturity in me, bitch, won't let me stop giggling at that shit. So I'm sorry. But Jay Wilson did say he had a polyp up in his boochie hole and they removed it and everything is good to go. Bitch. Okay, I'ma stop. I'ma stop, Roxy. Cruiser said Mr. Williams be crying over peace and Jissy just messy. I don't want to hear no more of his black folk unity speeches on panels. Mr. Carruthers needs to shut the fuck up. Because Mr. Carruthers has just also been exposed for being a motherfucking unadulterated, unabashed liar for no reason. Like, it be these unwarranted, unfeathered, unneeded ass lies for me. That Tracy World, that bitch, she's one. She tells unwarranted, unneeded lies. For example, Tracy's World, y'all know how she had LaShawn and Shalonda that was fucking with Carlos. Well, we been said that LaShawn and Shalonda was figments of her imagination, and it's coming to fruition because that crazy bitch then killed off LaShawn. Tracy's crazy motherfucking ass that killed off LaShawn and said LaShawn committed suicide last week, bitch. So, first of all, bitch, I've never heard of a multiple personality having bitch killing off one of the personalities. But this is Beef Sector YouTube, so here we are. This bitch is over here killing off multiple personalities with suicide. And then we have Mr. Carruthers over here. Him and LaGale came out and said that they were never engaged. They were playing games for YouTube, which I mean, if you were watching that bullshit, you kind of already knew that they were playing games from YouTube. You kind of knew that they had never met each other because if they had, they would have went live together. You know, these motherfuckers never fail to let down the opportunity when they meet up with each other to go live together, especially if they are quote unquote engaged. So, first of all, we knew it was a lie. Second of all, we knew it was a lie because, bitch, have you seen LaGale? Engaged to who? By what? Through who? To what? Like Mr. Carruthers, you may be an old, sweet, elderly man, but you ain't fucking crazy, and you ain't putting no ring. You ain't buying no size 12 ring to slide on them sausages that LaGale calls fucking fingers. Absolutely not, sir. And if you have children and grandchildren, they would have prevented you from doing such. So anybody who watching already knew that that shit was some bullshit, but they finally came out and made it official that it was some official bullshit. If anybody cares, I don't think anybody will. I'm also hearing that Mr. Carruthers is laid up in the hospital right about now. He click somebody's link from the hospital with the IV sticking out his arm, neck, chest, wherever the fuck they stick the IVs at these days. So that's happening. Hey, Andrea, thank you for being a moderator, boo. So, it's been a while since we had a hospital live. One of these niggas laid up in the hospital bed. So, beef sector, they good for coming live from the motherfucking hospital, bitch, with them gowns and them IVs. To elicit that sympathy. Beef sector good for that shit, bitch. We done seen more than a handful of niggas laid up in the hospital bed. You guys like my boots? Look at my boots. You guys like my boots? I was just a little dehydrated. They told me I need to drink some water. Even the stupidest dogs will walk to the toilet and drink water from the toilet bowl before they lay up there and die. But not our resident dog. That bitch needs to be hauled off in the ambulance and taken to the hospital and given water through an IV with her stupid ass. But whatever. But whatever. Andrea said, I can't believe William lied. I can. I can. You guys like my boots? Your stupid ass. Oh, God. All right, so let's talk about Susie and Shireen, bitch. So I don't know if y'all was watching yesterday, but Susie was over there playing all her oldies but goodies, bitch, and she played the IHOP video. Now, for those of y'all who ain't never seen the IHOP video, the bitch did play the video. She did play more of the video than y'all have probably seen in the past. Cause a bitch like me, when the shit happened, I was at work, bitch. I was fully in the middle of an omelet station doing a baby shower, bitch. I told them, a baby shower, bitches, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back, bitch. I ran to the bathroom, set my little phone up and hit screen record and got the fight, bitch. Yes, I did. I got the fight and I got everything after the fight in the chat and everything like that. So Susie played her version of it yesterday, and her version stopped right after she got off of Shireen. So Susie's version of the fight that she played yesterday did not have any of her telling the IHOP people to call the police. It did not have her screaming out her number for them to contact her from the police. Her version did not have her jumping into the SUV and spanking off with smoke coming off the tires. So she did edit some of her version out. I got all that shit. And bitch, I'll play it when the fuck I feel like it. And the bitch can flag if she wants to. It's fine. I got several pages I'll play that shit on, bitch. And you'll waste your motherfucking time flagging the dead page, bitch. So we'll probably explore the rest of that video one day next week. I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know. And like I said, I'll play it when the fuck I want to because it's always been fuck Susan over on this side. Cruiser said now he engaged to a coon woman. Wait, is that a lie too? You know what? I heard he was engaged to some woman from another country, and I was listening to Kwani, and Kwani said that woman is upset because she was trying to get her visa to come over here, and Mr. Carruthers lied on the paperwork, which prevented her from getting her visa. That's what I heard. Now I don't know if it's true, but that's what Kwani has said. So Shauna said, "Thought of you making me choke on my coffee, girl." I will be careful sipping over here fucking with me, Shauna. Cause I'm on one today, bitch. I am on one. Southside Butterfly said, "You need a car to buy water." That shit. That bitch can stick her beak up underneath the spigot if she paid her bill. Not only that, she can stick her fucking head in the toilet. Like I said, the most stupid of dogs will drink out of the goddamn toilet before they lay up there and die of dehydration. I'm just saying. Brooklyn Star said, "We saw IHOP in real time from 3 channels. She played that for new people because we know the truth. We sure do know the truth, Brooklyn Star. And it ain't no editing you can do, bitch. It ain't no parts you can cut out, bitch. We remember just like motherfucking Pepperidge Farms, bitch. Call the B sector Pepperidge Farms, bitch, because we remember." Southside said, "I don't know how they can be flagging when our whole reaction communities on YouTube who use fair use and avoid flags." Listen, if y'all did not hear Five Babe, she was live the other day, and Five Babe told y'all how to stop Susie from flagging you. Here it is right here, bitch.
That I used is in line with YouTube's fair use policy. In my video, I gave commentary and explanation, criticism, and review of the video in question. Please remove this strike immediately and investigate the individual who issued the strike as a false flag.
Y'all heard that? So if Susie decides she want to motherfucking flag you, that's how you get the shit taken away. Cause it's fuck Susan on this side, and it's always been fuck Susan over here. Hold on, y'all. So basically, when somebody flag you on some bullshit, all you gotta tell them is that you were reviewing or doing whatever the little copyright shit says that you have to do. Just let them know that's what you were doing. Now, I will say, Susan did a live with James the other day, and James got up there and James said that he was able to flag Brian so many times because Brian is not necessarily giving commentary, criticism, whatever on James's video when he plays his video. Brian plays James's video and then he argues back and forth with him. That is not commentary or criticism. So you must take that into consideration when you are trying to use this rule. Okay, people? Okay? Shauna says, "Susie, you can't control your narrative over here, sis. Keep your crazy ass over there where people sent for you." You know what, Shauna? She'll never bring her motherfucking ass over here because that bitch knows this is not friendly territory over here. She knows that already. She's flagged me a couple of times, bitch. So she knows that already. Southside said, "As long as you stop it and you talk, you can rock." Yeah, 30-second increments as well. Southside said, "And it'll work too. Another channel with over 100,000 subs was demonetized for flagging fair use material." Wow. Wow. So if you flag people unfathom, unsupported, they will take your monetization. Wow. That needs to start happening because these bitches are out here playing real games with the flag and shit. Talking about bullying and harassment like we're not in the fucking beef sector. Like, bitch, either you gonna beef or get off the motherfucking pot. But all this pussy footing around, oh, they're bullying, all that shit, bitch, that shit's for the birds. And it's up to the subscribers themselves to let these motherfuckers know when they pull that shit, when they around here flagging people for talking shit, but they started the shit. The subscribers need to let their voices be heard and unsubscribe from the motherfucker. Let them go. Because, bitch, if that's the games you pulling, you are not beef sector and we do not accept you over here. Like this heat, that bitch. I don't know why y'all still fuck with that bitch. First of all, this heat, is she funny? Am I missing something? If you in here and you watch this heat, when is the last time that bitch made you laugh? I'll wait. What are y'all even fucking doing over there? That bitch's voice is annoying. She's like J Dunn light. The fuck? We already have a fucking J Dunn. Why are you bitches even over there? What does this heat have to offer you? Is she saying anything insightful? Is that bitch saying anything inspiring? Is she saying anything halfway decent or funny? I don't think so. So what the fuck? I be side-eyeing the fuck out of y'all. Now, I understand niggas is working 8 and 10, 12 hours a day and y'all just trying to let the motherfucking day pass by. It's better other shit to watch to let the day pass by. Trust me. If you need me to, I'll start giving you niggas recommendations again. If that's what you're stuck watching is shit like this heat. Her ragged, boring ass. Now, back when that bitch came out, somebody came over here and it was like, oh, Thati, you're going to like her. She dragged J Dunn. I said, well, what did the bitch say? And they told me what the bitch said. I said the same motherfucking thing. I don't need to listen to no bitch that said the same shit I said. And I never took my ass over there. Every time that bitch gets on the panel, I'm bored the fuck to death. I'm like damn near snoring over here listening to that boring monotone voice ass bitch. What is it? Excuse me, what is it? She paid Pizarro to be over here. She didn't pay you bitches. So what the fuck are y'all falling in line behind that bullshit for? I don't understand. I don't understand. You must require funny for the beef sector. That is like a minimum fucking requirement. And that bitch ain't got it. She ain't fucking got, not in my opinion. Now, if she does, somebody let me know. Maybe I just don't watch her enough to even catch the laugh. But 10 minutes, if 10 minutes and no laughs, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This word salad fucking up my ears. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Excuse me. No, sir. Because you know that bitch thinks she a man. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so we talked about Jay Wilson and William Carruthers being cousins or whatever. We talked about Susie and Shireen and the IHOP redo. Okay, so let's convert back to Susie. So, like I said, Susie did an interview on James the other day, and I stopped in for like 10 minutes and I left because they was literally talking about shit that if you've been here like from the beginning, there's no need to like revisit the same shit over and over and over ad nauseum. Like, bitch, once I've heard the story once or twice, I'm good. I don't need to revisit that shit anymore. So I kind of skipped past that interview. I did come back later on. And when I did come back, DKL had hit the panel. And that little part was cute because there was some tension between DKL and Mother, but they tried to keep it cute. It was slightly cringe because you know they don't see it for each other, but they was trying to smile in each other's faces and play that fake shit. But I love that for both of them. If you're gonna be fake, bitch, be fake with each other and leave the rest of us the fuck up out of it. Two fake bitches in a tree. KISSING. So it was a prerequisite to take Felicia Fee. I am up too early. Miss B, I've been up since 5. Hey, Glamma, how are you? Thank you for stopping in, Glamma. It was awkwardly cute, Cruiser. So they did a little back and forth, a little tit for tat. Now that video right there, Susie needs to stop doing that stupid shit where she takes the videos down. She needs to put that one back up because that one was a decent video and there's nothing in there that could cause her havoc or harm. So she needs to put that one back up and stop being scary fucking Susie. But whatever. So one thing I did take out of the DKL hitting the link was that Susie still has a knack for making these motherfuckers get out here and explain themselves, especially, and even with James. With that whole interview with James, it wasn't really much of an interview. It was him explaining himself to Susie the whole fucking time. And it was disgusting, and it was very telling, and it did kind of make it look like he's scared of that bitch. Like, I know people come out here and they'll be like, oh, you're scared of Susie just to like make people drag her or whatever. But that's what it was giving. Am I the only one in here that kind of saw that? Like, why the fuck is James explaining himself to this dusty, rusty, crusty, musty bitch Who, nigga, do you know who the fuck you are? And do you know who she is? What are you doing? But James has a penchant recently for explaining himself to the lesser than. I don't know what the fuck that is. I guess it's just his need for, I don't want to say acceptance and approval because we already accept of him and we already approve of him. I mean, he's mother. But what the fuck is that where you feel the need to explain anything to these fucking people? Especially a bitch like Susie, but she had his ass over there on the motherfucking ropes, explaining himself left, right, center, up, down, east, west. I said, look at this shit here. This bitch is on a motherfucking roll. And then DKL hit the link and she had his ass up there explaining his motherfucking self. I said, oh, Lord. Oh, y'all motherfuckers got balls between your legs and they just sitting there for decoration because, bitch, you sure don't use them. You don't act like you fucking have them. What am I talking about? He tapes them behind his body. Of course he doesn't act like he has them. The fuck am I talking about? Of course. He acts like he has no balls. Because he's taping them behind him. He has no balls. DKL too. He's technically not a drag queen, but I'm sure he's no stranger to duct tape on his dick. That's what it's giving. I'm just saying, that's what it's giving. It's giving duct tape on dick all up over there with both of y'all. And it's not cute. All right, so Shauna said, you are right. Mother has been acting like he's scared of her and then pretend he's not. And he's been doing a lot of fake laughing over there. A lot of fake laughing and seal clapping. Y'all know how seals look when they clap? Next time James does that fake laugh and he throws his head back and he starts that clapping shit. Just imagine a fucking wet seal begging for a fish. That's what it gives. Brooklyn Star said James feels better than the beef sector content creators, but it's behind in the crew he came with. Yeah. And not only that, Brooklyn Star, like if you notice, like he really doesn't have too many people to sit around and fraternize with. Cause he's kind of burned all his bridges. Like, well, he can go over on the spaceship, but he said several times, and when I go over on the spaceship, they be dragging me. So he's got an issue with that. But he know Pizza don't give a motherfuck, so he can't even complain about that shit and even be heard. Cause he know Pizza don't give a motherfuck, and that's how she runs her spaceship. Bitch, either you gonna get down or lay down, and I guess he done laid down. So. I mean, it's just very interesting to watch. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Like, I remember having kind of a high regard and a high opinion of James years ago. Now, my opinion is as low for him as it is for the rest of them. I have a low opinion of him because I've seen a lot, you know? Who in here does not have a lower opinion of James in 2023 than they did in 2018? Who in here does not have a lower opinion of him? I'll wait. I would probably say everybody's opinion of him is lower now because we've seen a lot. We've heard a lot. Like a lot has come out. And people are starting to tell the truth about the kids, which really has lowered the opinion of him. It's one thing to have your children taken away. Like there's space for sympathy when you have your children taken away, but to give them away and they were already in the system, oh, bitch. Ain't no space for sympathy or caring or concern. It's just you looking down your nose and you cocking your eye to the side of that motherfucker like, really, bitch? Wow. If the babies don't stand a chance, bitch, the rest of us really don't stand a chance when it comes to him. But whatever. Hey, Rico the Brad. I ain't never liked him and he's not a mother. He's not a mother. He's a mother. Whatever that may be. Figure 8 said, I never got into be honest, but people are less scared of him. I mean, it's really nothing to be scared of. What is he gonna do? I mean, what's the worst he's gonna do? He's gonna clean you up, and maybe 700-800 people will see it, and then out of those 700-800 people, maybe 100 will subscribe to you. So where is the harm and damage to you when you're gaining subscribers off of his big thick bike and he gains nothing? Like, for example, when he cleans up Kwani gains everything because people who are not subscribed to her will go over and subscribe. He gains nothing because everybody who subscribed to Kwani is already subscribed to him. I don't know why anybody would be scared of him, Rico the Brat. He's not a doxer. I mean, he's just a shit talker. You could talk shit back. It's very simple. And there's a lot of there when it comes to him. There's a lot of there. I mean, but we know comprehension is a little lacking in the sector, so I guess it would be hard for some people who have issues with comprehension to really dig in there and drag him around. But I do very well with comprehension, so. Okay, so let's talk about Kiki and Kiki. I'm talking about Keke and Kiki. So if y'all was watching yesterday, y'all seen that Kiki, the female Kiki, she was on her host shit. She was on her host roll. Y'all know we didn't. There ain't nothing new for Kiki. But she was over there on ZX page, and that was new for them over there. Like they don't know Kiki like we know Kiki. To the point to where they didn't even know she was the IHOP girl for like half an hour after they was talking to her. Her ass is up there all drunk and stumbling and fumbling and slurring and shit. Eyes all tight in the camera, sticking her fucking face like 2 inches from the screen. It was a whole motherfucking mess over there. But it was Kiki. It was typical Kiki. Nothing that the beef sector ain't seen already. But for outside people who are not familiar with her, it was a shocking experience. And they weren't really quite versed on how to handle that situation. So in the beginning over on ZX panel, they was fucking with her, trolling her a little bit. But then they realized, like, okay, this bitch is like really drunk and really sloppy and trying to pull her titties out and all this shit. Maybe we should like try to help this bitch. But I'm here to tell y'all. Black sector, Mo3 sector, you can't help Kiki. You cannot help Kiki. All you can do is either accept that shit or ignore that shit. But there is no help to be given. That bitch is old as a motherfucker. And if she wanted help, she has the resources and the career to get help. Like Kiki works, I don't know exactly where she works, but it's in some real nice building. It looks almost like a police station. So they have resources to send your ass off to get mental help and things like that if that's what you want. They have resources to send your ass to rehab and pay you from the FMLA and shit if that's what you want. But that's obviously not what she wants because she's been doing this shit for years. So I would implore you all to save your consideration and your sympathy for somebody who really needs it. And Kiki ain't that girl. Kiki gonna do Kiki, and ain't nothing you can do to try to stop her or try to persuade her. That is Kiki. Hey, D Spot. D Spot says she don't want to be saved. Exactly. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. I wanna be saved. Kiki don't wanna be saved. Kiki is happy doing Kiki. And I will say, even though Kiki be stinking, sloppy, pissy, drunk, it does seem to be only on the weekends. I can't quite recall seeing Kiki doing that shit during the weekday. It does really give like weekend tease, but still, Kiki gonna do Kiki. Ain't nothing y'all could do. Ain't nothing y'all could do. So just let Kiki, either you gonna let her be her, you gonna keep her off your panel, or and just ignore her ass, or you just gonna let her be her. It is what it is. People have tried to save Kiki. It ain't no saving. It ain't no saving, bitch. EAP is open 24/7. Shauna said Kiki don't want sobriety. She wants no consequences for her fucked up actions. Kiki just wants to be loved. She wants to be told that she's pretty and sexy and that people love her and that's it. And that people want to be with her and fuck on her. So if you can give that to her, then that's perfect. But if you can't give that to her, then just go ahead and just don't even Do not approach the glass with that particular animal. Don't even approach the glass. All right, so now let's talk about last night, like in the wee hours of the morning. Kwani was live and ZX was live, and they was fighting each other back and forth. So if y'all haven't watched that yet, because I'm sure y'all just kind of waking up, getting ready for work and stuff, because like I said, my bitches work. Shout out to y'all. If you haven't, then put that on the list for later on this afternoon. Listen to I listened to ZX first and then I listened to Kwani. Even though Kwani did do her live first and then ZX did his live as in a response, I listened to him first. He cussed her motherfucking ass out and told her all about her raggedy ass self. Her live was okay. It wasn't as good as ZX's. If I had to pick a winner in that battle, he was the winner because he really did run the gambit down about Netta and her fucked up ass behavior and her pots calling the kettle black and how she has a good message, but she's always constantly the wrong fucking messenger. Like he really just ran the gambit through that bitch. And it was good. It was good. It was good. So, and like I said, I listened to Kwani's. Kwani's was okay. It was more of like for background noise. I was in the shower, brushing my teeth, whatever, and kind of background noise. But I did pay more attention to ZX, and he really gave that bitch a 1-2 combo. So I enjoyed his video. Excuse me, guys. We talked about Tracy and Misunderstood and that trip drama. We just talked about Kiki over on Mink Mob. That's where Kiki was yesterday. She was also over on Mink Mob, and she was over there like showing her titties and doing Kiki. And Phi Babe popped up over there, and I did not watch all of Mink Mob. I'm not really into her. She's not funny either, in my opinion. So I don't watch her. I'm not subscribed, but I did end up over there just to see what the fuck was going on. And from what I understand, people were saying, I guess a few people were upset that Phi Babe was over there telling people that Kiki is grown and Kiki can do what she want to do. Specifically ZX. ZX did cuss out Phi Babe as well yesterday. That was a pretty good video. It was pretty funny. Um, but, Phi Babe knows what we know. And what we know is that you can't stop Kiki from Kikiing. So you just gonna have to let Kiki Kiki. Once again, ZX is not familiar with the girl, so for an outsider looking in, it does look horrible. It does kind of look like we're enabling that bitch to do what she doing. But trust me, this ain't that. That bitch gonna do what she doing on somebody else's live, or she'll hit her own fucking live. Like Kiki has done a lot. Do y'all remember? What was his name? Frank. Was it Frank Gype? No. Damn, what was his name? Steve Gibson. Y'all remember Steve Gibson? Real cute fella. Y'all remember when Kiki was able to hack his motherfucking page and she took his whole page over? Like Kiki be doing some shit out here. Do y'all remember when Kiki hacked Steve Gibson's page and took his motherfucking page over? And people were like, why the fuck is Kiki on Steve's live? What's going on here? That shit was wild. That shit was wild. So Kiki got a little bit of a history out here, and if you don't know the history, it's just best to do not defend that bitch. Just let it go. Just let it. Trust me. Just let it go. Figure Eight said, "Yep, I remember when him and Wiley was cool. That bitch completely hacked his page. We still don't know how she did that shit to this day. We don't know if he gave her his password or what the fuck was going on. But Kiki ass was over there under his page name on his live doing some fuck shit, bitch." And that's kind of like the last we heard of Steve Gibson. Like he made a live, he did a video, one video last year, and I think it was basically talking about like he was adopting some kids or something. He adopted some kids or something like that. So after that shit where she hacked his motherfucking page, that was it for Steve Gibson. I hope he comes back. I miss him. And he was real easy on the eyes. Real easy on the eyes. Y'all know we don't have too many men over here that are that easy on the eyes. So background said Kiki has low self-esteem and looks slow. Mm, mm, mm. Background said that's why she is hoish and throws herself at people. Nobody is gonna approach her. Yeah, yeah. And she be pulling her body parts out like that's some shit that somebody want to see. Like, Miss Thing, your body is not fucking goals. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Especially since we know, like, with her skin complexion and everything, and like we know she got rolls and shit. Like, them rolls be discolored and shit. Nobody want to see that shit. Nobody want to see the black line running across the top of your ass because the motherfucker is too big and misshapen, bitch. Keep that to yourself, or keep that to you and the nigga who you fucking on this week. Honestly. And honestly, like, this sector is women, and most of us are straight women. Now, I do know that there is a strong LGBTQIA presence here, but for the majority, most of us are straight women. We don't want to see your titties, ma'am. Okay? Now, I heard she was over there with some nigga. If you want to be pulling some shit out, pull that nigga's dick out for us to see. But we don't want to see your motherfucking ass. We don't want to see it, bitch. If I want to see titties, I can walk right over here into the bathroom mirror and pull my motherfucking shirt up and see some titties, bitch. I don't want to see yours. Ew. Ew. Oh, speaking of titties. So that big bubble lip buffalo fucking Tracy has been over there doing her damnness to create some type of buzz on her dead ass channel. So she's been over there daily pulling her titties out. Tracy, the one who looks like a fucking male buffalo by the skull, has been over there pulling her lopsided, misshapen north, south, east, west ass titties out, and it has been completely disgusting. Yes, bitch, I got the screenshots. I might post the shit up on members only. But like I said, this is women over here. Nobody wants to see that shit. So Silky Black said the lesbians, we don't want to see it either. Tracy's nasty ass had fucking two lump titties sitting up on top of a big stone she calls a belly. It was disgusting. Disgusting. And there was a whole audience of 4 people over there, and she just felt the need to pull that shit out. She's been doing it daily. So if y'all got some issues with Tracy, y'all got Slick Anna with that bitch, and y'all want to get that bitch, just go on over to her page and just sit there. She'll pull them lopsided motherfuckers out again. Grandma said, wait, did Tracy kill Shalonda off? No, Grandma, she did not kill Shalonda off. She killed LaShonda off. No, excuse me, LaShawn. So not Shalonda, she killed LaShawn. Well, she had LaShawn kill herself, bitch. I said it earlier in the program, Glamour. I said I have never met a multiple personality bitch who kills off some of the multiple personalities or has the multiple personalities commit suicide on themselves. Like, that is a new level of crazy bitch. And thank God. I thank God every day that Carlos was able to escape, because that man did not deserve none of that shit that crazy bitch put him through. Now, was Carlos flawed in his own rights? Yes, he was. Did Carlos have a little bit of a drinking problem? Yes, he did. But that motherfucker just wanted to work and come home and have his goddamn beer and have some damn dinner cooked. And that bitch could not comply. So she let her fucking multiple personalities, one of whom she just recently killed off, she let the multiple personalities run her man off. Crazy bitch. And that was the best man she was ever gonna get. It doesn't matter if he had a fucking goiter on his neck. It doesn't matter if that lump on his neck was 15 centimeters wide and 37 centimeters long. That was the best she was ever gonna get. And she fucked it up. So now she has to resort to sitting over here showing her titties to people who don't fucking care for some affection, because she threw away her love because of YouTube and multiple personality disorder. But I digress. Oh, bitch, we've been on here an hour and a half. I still got some running my mouth to do. I still got some running my mouth to do. I'm gonna make it quick though, cause we ain't gonna do over 2 hours. Oh no, we're not doing over 2 hours. Let's see. So we talked about that. We talked about tripping misunderstood drama. We talked about that. Okay, so y'all know I be watching them boys over there on that other side. Y'all know Stomp Down is now my guilty pleasure. I fucking love him. He is so mean and disgusting and just raggedy. I love it, bitch. I be fucking squalling over here. And I like Wonky Pro too. And y'all know I've been a fan of Rico. And I just really kind of started to get into Honest Row. Now, I wasn't really into Row in the beginning because I didn't feel like he was funny. But once I got to know him a little bit, it's not that he's funny. It's just that his mannerisms and some of his inflections and shit is real funny to me now. And I will say, Row is finally starting to fight back at Stomp Down. So we're going to give Row a round of a motherfucking applause. We give you a round of applause, bro, for putting on your big girl panties and standing up and being the man that you should have been from the beginning and fighting back. Because all that bitching and moaning and whining and crying wasn't doing nothing for the beef sector. It wasn't doing nothing for you either. But Ro is fighting back, and he is doing a series over there, Surviving Stomp Down. And that shit is hilarious because every time he does a video, Stomp Down will review that video and cuss Ro's motherfucking ass out. And I love the interaction with those boys. To me, it's hilarious. And it's a little offshoot of the main players of the beef sector, but it's still beef, bitch, and it's still beef sector, and it's still be beef sector ring over there. So if y'all been bored, looking for a new little storyline to listen to, I would suggest you get over there with Stomp and Juan and Ro and Rico, because them boys have been carrying over there. Let's hear it for the boys, okay? All right, so after that, let's talk about, we talked about the suicide and the lopsided titties. Oh, let's talk about Jasmine Dunn. Ugh, ugh. So apparently, Jay Dunn have got her money back from the bank. Y'all know the money that she claims that Pizarro scammed from her. But I mean, if you're sending a super chat and you're hitting the send button, bitch, how is somebody scamming you? But whatever. So Jay Dunn is saying she got her money back. Now, do y'all think? Can you share your link? Yes, I will share it, Shauna. Hold on. Do y'all think, while I'm pulling these links up, do y'all think that Jay Dunn and her bank will be able to expose Pizarro and who she really is? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if you think that Jay Dunn and her bank will be successful for exposing Pizarro. Give me a thumbs down emoji in the chat if you think that this is a wild goose chase and Jay Dunn and her bank are wasting their fucking time. Also, do you think that, because I'm hearing the bank did give Jay Dunn her money back, but they are currently investigating, and depending on what happens during this investigation, the bank may re-snatch their money if their investigation doesn't come back to what Jay Dunn said, which was fraud. So do you think that the bank may snatch back their money as well? Oh, okay. People are saying they don't think that Jay Dunn is going to be able to use this information to pop Pizarro. They saying it's they're saying they don't think so, Jay Dunn. They say you're gonna have to try again. You're gonna have to be quicker than that. All right, hold on. Let me get these links for Shauna. Let's see. Share. Copy link. All right, so let me get back to my page. All right, that's the first link, Shauna. That's Stomp Down's page. Hold on, let me grab Juan's page for you. Copy link. All right, that's Juan's page, and let me grab Honest Row page for you. I would imagine you're already subscribed to Rico. All right, this is Honest Rose page. Silky Black say, "What's ZX page?" Hold on, Silky. I'm gonna grab that for you real quick since I'm already doing this. All right. Let's see. Get him. Share. Copy link. All right, Silky. This is ZX's page for you, Silky. Okay. All right. So anybody else need any links of anybody that I was talking about? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. Thank you, Shauna. Shauna said, all right, I subbed to make sure to get all the notifications. You welcome, Silky. All right. Anybody else need any other links before we get back into this little commentary, this little stinking commentary we got? All right. You welcome. So once again, I honestly don't think that Jay Dunn is gonna get her money back. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the Cash App. Let's see who this is that's thinking about me on this Monday morning. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. I really do. All right, so like I was saying, I don't think that Jay Dunn and her bank are gonna be able to pop pizza. Like I said, I feel like pizza is a little bit like me as far as social media. She didn't have a Facebook, she didn't have an Instagram, she didn't have any of that shit. So it's gonna be really hard to pop her. You're literally gonna have to hear her loud ass mouth in the grocery store or the casino and sneak a picture that way. Other than that, I don't feel like y'all are gonna be able to get that girl. I just don't. I just don't. All right, so let's see what else is on the list. We talked about William. Did we talk about? Yeah, we talked about William Carruthers and LaGale playing about they was engaged. Okay, so let's talk about Brooke Valentine. So y'all know Brooke is pregnant, right? So last week sometime, Brooke was complaining of contractions, talking about the baby was on its way. But like a day ago, 2 days ago, this bitch was on here beefing. So bitches, you having contractions or is you beefing? Like what is going on over there? I, I don't understand it. And once again, Brooke, she do a lot of them little ticky tack videos and showing this and showing that, showing everything but a fucking pregnant belly. Like that shit's real telling to me. When these bitches show everything but the pregnant belly, that just tells me a lot. I'm not saying the bitch ain't pregnant. I'm just saying it's giving real suspicious over there on that side. So once again, last week she was talking about she was having contractions and she was saying Malik was with her and the baby was on the way. But this week the bitch back beefing. So yeah. Mm, mm. Take that into consideration, bitch. And the last thing I want to talk about today is Kiki, the male Kiki. So I don't know if y'all was watching yesterday, but Susie did came live yesterday, and she was supposed to be doing some surprise interview, and it was supposed to be with Kiki. So according to Susie, Kiki, the male Kiki, hit her up on IG and was apologizing, talking about, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, I'm trying to change the narrative. I don't know what the fuck he was sorry about. And neither did VS. So she told him just to come and hit her link so he can explain what he is apologizing about. VS went live. That bitch was laid across the motherfucking IHOP parking lot looking a mess as she usually does. Oh. Let's just talk about her fucking hair first of all. Bitch, you know I got a penchant for hair. And I especially have a penchant for hair that moves and shakes, bitch. That bitch's hair is stiff. Her hair is stiffer than Tracy's belly. Her hair is stiffer than fucking I was gonna say her hair is stiffer than ZX's pump dick, but I like ZX, and he said that he doesn't have a pump dick, so I'm not gonna say that. But I was gonna say it. But that hair is stiff as ever, bitch. And she be over there frying that shit with that fucking flat iron, bitch. I don't know if y'all saw her when she gave herself them grandma curls the other day, but while we and my bitch was watching her, we was texting back and forth, and I was like, bitch, she gonna smoke that motherfucking bathroom out. And before I could even type it good, that bitch was over there coughing and gagging from smoking that bathroom out, frying that fucking hair like it was Sunday dinner chicken. Like, oh, Miss Thing, all these fucking hair tutorial shits on YouTube, and you just sit over here just frying that shit at the root. And there's no reason it should be so dead and dry and damaged, and you're natural. Like, you ain't got no chemicals in there to make it dead and dry and damaged. It just comes out your scalp dead, dry, and damaged. Damn, bitch. Maybe you should drink some water. Maybe she should drink some fucking water or take some gelatin pills or something. Ugh. But whatever, that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about her dead, dry ass hair. Ugh. And that motherfucker stays in a, no matter how she curls it, that motherfucker always ends up in a mushroom. A 1993 ass fucking mushroom. Like, bitch, you be better off just cutting that shit off again. And not only that, it's been like 4 years since she cut that shit off, bitch. That's all the growth you've gotten with natural hair in 4 years. Are rats eating that shit off as you sleep at night, bitch? Are rats and roaches gnawing on her fucking hair as she sleeps at night? Is she not wrapping that shit up as she sleeps? What is going on? What is going on? Background says she used to do hair. What kind of hair? Was the bitch doing poodle hair? Cause you know she got poodles and shit over there. She be fucking grooming and cutting and all that kind of shit. I mean, listen, I would imagine like the this crafty, shady bitches who work at PetSmart who cut dogs' hair. I would imagine they walk around telling people lies and shit like they do hair too. Okay. And Susie can't do no fucking hair. Now the bitch can braid some hair, but you can't do no fucking hair. It's a difference. I can do hair. I can't braid hair. It's a difference. Doing hair. You funny as shit, background noise. Looking like mice nibbling at her head. Yes, Shauna. Figure eight, them kitchen hairdressers be killing me. They be fucking killing me, baby. So, Kiki scammed Susie into coming live with the hopes that he was going to be spilling some tea. However, he never showed up, leaving her laying in that IHOP parking lot looking fucking silly and having to come up with something to talk about on her own. She had to make content on her own. God forbid. Nobody was hitting her fucking link. Oh my God, the world is ending. So that happened. And that was really the last thing that I saw that needed to be mentioned. So with that being said, guys, oh my God, it's been an hour and 52. So thank y'all so much for stopping in. Thank you 102 people for watching. And thank you out of the 102 for the 34 of y'all who decided to like the video. Y'all are the real true fucking rock stars, people who like the video. And y'all are my bitches, the ones who like the video. The rest of y'all are just niggas in the bushes. Sad to say, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't mind having niggas in the bushes, but I really do enjoy my bitches. And y'all hold me the fuck down. Y'all really do. And I appreciate it. And hopefully I hold y'all the fuck down too. Also, thank you to every single one of my members. Y'all are fucking superstars. Now, the ones who like, they're rock stars, but my members are fucking superstars because y'all are the reason I get a check every month from YouTube, and I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. So the next live that I'm gonna do is gonna be members only, just for my members, so we can kick it. I will be on camera. And we'll probably do about 2 hours over on members only. We're gonna talk some big boy shit. I'ma drop the link so we can kick it with each other and converse, etc., etc. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Figure Eight. Figure Eight said you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you, Cruiser. Cruiser said it was a great live. I had fun. I really did. And if this wasn't fun for me, you know I would not be here. If this shit felt like a job, bitch, I would not be here. But I really do enjoy just kicking it with y'all, getting to hear y'all's opinions on certain things, giving y'all my opinion, because sometimes my opinion is a little different than the narrative that the general public is trying to push. Sometimes I do have a different opinion. And I really do like it when y'all see the same shit that I see. It lets me know that I am not alone out here in this crazy fucking world. And there are sane ass people who I have surrounded myself with. So Cruiser said, y'all better join the members only. Be great. Thank you, Cruiser. Thank you. And you know we're gonna have a wang dang doodle of a time over there in that members only. We always do. We always do. So with all that being said, guys, hey Detroit 313 Detroit 313 said been in the bushes listening and get ready for work. All right, Detroit 313. Hopefully I made your little get ready with me a little bit more entertaining than just watching the local news or whatever. So with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much. And I will talk to y'all in a couple days, especially depending on what these niggas got going on. Because you know it's always some shit. So, all right, guys, have a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye, Grandma. Thanks for stopping in. All right, guys. Peace.